Water chestnut is one of the most misunderstood foods in the world, not because it is obscure, but because of its name. It is not a nut, and it does not grow on land like a typical plant. Instead, it emerges underwater, rooted in thick mud, surviving beneath shallow ponds and rice field wetlands across China, Thailand, India, and Southeast Asia. Its scientific name, Eleocharis dulcis, reveals its nature more clearly: an aquatic sedge forming crisp spherical corms beneath water. Peel away its dark, fibrous outer skin and you get a snowy white interior that snaps when bitten. It is juicy, subtly sweet, and crunchy in a uniquely aquatic way, not like apples, not like pears, but something between raw coconut and firm melon. The story of water chestnut stretches back more than 3,000 years, appearing in early agricultural systems in southern China. Archaeologists found traces in ancient irrigation channels, meaning that humans cultivated it deliberately rather than encountering it passively. It thrived where rice thrived. After harvest, farmers drained ponds, dug up the corms, dried them, peeled them, and stored them. The crispness became legendary. Unlike carrots, radish, or other root vegetables, water chestnut retains its crunch even after boiling, steaming, frying, or pressure cooking. This resistance to textural decay is unusual in plant chemistry. The cell structure is reinforced with phenolic compounds that remain intact at high heat. The culinary world eventually embraced this phenomenon. In China, water chestnut became a symbol of clarity and purity. Its clean white flesh represented winter renewal, so families served candied water chestnut during New Year feasts. In India, it transformed into singara, dried and milled into flour. Singara flour does not contain gluten, holds moisture well, and became a fasting food during religious days. The flour is soft, slightly sweet, and deeply satiating when fried into snacks. The aquatic lifestyle of water chestnut shaped its flavor. Unlike terrestrial root crops, it does not absorb rich earthy tones. The water environment filters stronger compounds, giving a subtler taste. At first bite, the flavor feels nearly transparent, light, crisp, watery, but then a delicate sweetness rises in the aftertaste. Texture is the defining experience. Bite down and hear faint crackling inside your mouth, moisture escaping through thin cell walls. That snap became a culinary tool. Stir-fry a dish with bamboo shoots, mushroom, snow peas, and water chestnuts. Each bite shifts texture and registers distinct identity. Culturally, water chestnut traveled with trade networks. Chinese migrants brought it to Southeast Asia. Indian traders brought it west across the Indus region. By the 19th century, European travelers described the crop as the fresh subterranean pearl of eastern gardens. Modern industrialization altered how the world receives it. Most Western supermarkets sell canned versions. When packed, the chestnuts soften slightly but still maintain a unique firmness. In Asian markets, fresh ones arrive coated in mud, with papery brown skin still intact, unpeeled, elemental, and seasonal. Water chestnut fields function like controlled wetlands. Shallow ponds are flooded, roots submerged, sunlight absorbed through thin reeds above the water. Beneath, the corm slowly expands. Harvesting is labor-intensive. Farmers wade through muddy water, pulling clumps of chestnuts tied to root strands. Despite its unimposing flavor profile, water chestnut fuels entire food categories. In India, singara flour becomes halwa, flatbreads, dumplings, crisp chips fried in ghee. In Thailand, diced chestnuts get coated in tapioca and soaked in ice syrup, transforming into rubies known as tub tim grob, a dessert admired across Asia for its shimmering translucency and cold sweetness. Nutritionally, water chestnut is a paradox. It feels light but is dense with hydration-friendly minerals such as potassium and manganese. It also contains antioxidants that help cool internal temperature. In traditional Chinese medicine, it was used for sore throats and body heat reduction. In India, it was a fasting food because it offered sustained energy without heaviness. In environmental discussions, water chestnut becomes remarkable again. It grows in zones unsuitable for cereals. Farmers can rotate it between rice cycles, maximizing field productivity without new land expansion. The plant purifies shallow ponds while occupying minimal fertilizer demand. Yet its identity remains faint globally. Western audiences know it mostly as a stir-fry ingredient, but rarely as a cultural icon. To those regions where it grows, however, water chestnut carries seasonal meaning. Its arrival signals transitions, from summer to monsoon, from harvest to festival. The fruit-like root stands as proof that culinary influence does not always come from sweetness, bold aroma, or scarcity, but from texture, resilience, and subtlety. Water chestnut does not overpower dishes, it strengthens them by contrast. When you peel it fresh and bite into it, cold moisture floods across the tongue, silent yet refreshing. That moment is its entire philosophy, simplicity done perfectly. That is the legacy of water chestnut, quiet, enduring, unchanged through centuries.